I'm Tika Morrison, and this is my personal attitude speech. Late, but better than never. Sorry. Um, so, knitting is more commonly known than crocheting. It's generally something you think about when you think of old ladies or you're going to see your grandma or something of that nature. But I personally find crocheting to be better. I believe crocheting is better because there's a larger variety of patterns. You use one hook instead of two needles, and it's faster. With the patterns, knitting is very basic. You make scarves, blankets, socks, hats, mostly anything that is a solid strip or cylindrical shape. Those is most common. I'm sure there's more out there that I'm unaware of, but with crocheting, you have such a wide variety. You can make really pretty much anything you can imagine. I love to just go on Google and randomly type in, I don't know, teacups, for example. I typed in crochet patterns for teacups and it gave me a pattern to make them. And if you can't find a pattern, patterns are easily made up on your own. You can write them out or you can graph them out. You can put designs into the pattern, different colors in the pattern. It's just a wider range. And with knitting, you use two needles and you keep the yarn on the needles the whole time you're using it. You just pass it back and forth from one needle to the next. With crocheting, you use one hook. So it's literally just a long hooked object. It could be yay big to yay big or bigger. They go from the size of like the tip of a lead pencil in width to the size of my arm in width. Depending on the project that you're making, it depends on the size of needle that you use. Same with knitting. You use thicker yarn to make bigger, bulkier patterns, but the bigger and thicker your yarn, the more yarn you need to use. In crocheting, you can just whip it out. With your one hook, you just go. So I find that crocheting is faster than knitting, because with knitting, again, you're slowly passing it back and forth. There's a lot of hand movements involved that I personally find would make things a lot harder. With crocheting, I can whip out a project within a couple hours. Like a hat takes a couple hours. A blanket, depending on the blanket, the size, the pattern, all those variables play into it, of course, any pattern that you do. But still, for me to crochet a hat was way faster than I've known anybody to knit one. So, in conclusion, people get a lot of people get knitting and crocheting confused. It's very common for me to be sitting somewhere, for example, Red Rooster, and I'll be sitting and crocheting, and everyone's like, "Oh, hey, you know how to knit?" No, I don't know how to knit, but I know how to crochet. And crocheting, again, is just better. You've got a wider range of things that you can make. The simplification of only having one hook compared to two needles, and it's faster. You can whip projects out way quicker than you can with knitting. So there it is. Thank you for your time and have a great day.